Hi there, my name is Maya Chen, and what you're about to dive into is episode 3 of my story. Before we skate deeper into the drama, if this is pulling at you already, please like and subscribe to the channel. It's free, quick, and it really helps me keep bringing these raw, steamy GL stories to life. Your support keeps the ice from cracking under me. Now breathe deep, hold on tight. The lies are spreading, the heat is rising, and things are about to get messy. Let's glide into it. I didn't know how tired my heart could feel until that night. Everything hurt. My head from the rumors, my chest from missing mom and dad, my legs from trying to skate like nothing was wrong. The school felt too loud during the day, with whispers following me like shadows. I needed quiet. I needed the ice. So after dinner, when the halls were mostly empty, I slipped into my practice clothes, grabbed my skates, and headed to the old rink. It was the smaller one behind the main building, the one they barely used anymore. No one would bother me there. My phone buzzed once in my pocket as I walked. I pulled it out under the street lamp. A text from an unknown number. Don't go to the old rink tonight. Trust me. I stared at the words. They made my stomach twist, but I didn't know who sent it, and I was too stubborn to listen. I needed to be alone. I turned the phone face down and kept walking. The old rink smelled like cold metal and old rubber mats. The lights were dim, only half turned on, but the ice glowed pale blue under them. I sat on the bench, laced my skates slowly, feeling each tug of the laces like it was pulling my thoughts tighter. When I stepped onto the ice, the cold bit my ankles through my tights. I pushed off gently, letting the sound of my blades fill the silence. No music tonight, just me and the scrape, scrape, scrape. I tried a simple spin first. My arms opened, my head spotted the wall, but my balance fell off. I wobbled and stopped. Then I tried gliding backward, arms out, pretending I was flying. For a second, I almost felt light again. Almost. Then I heard boots on the rubber floor outside the boards. 4 figures stepped into the light. They wore black hoodies, hoods up, faces half hidden. Sienna was in front. I knew her walk. Slow. Sure, like she owned every inch of ground she stepped on. My heart slammed against my ribs. Maya Chen, Sienna said. Her voice was low and amused. Reagan's little pet project. I backed up on the ice. My skates made small, nervous scratches. I don't want trouble, I said. My voice came out smaller than I wanted. Too late for that. She stepped closer to the boards. The others spread out, blocking the exits. Reagan belongs to us. The Ice Vipers. She's been ours since before you showed up with your sad eyes and your dead parent story. The words hit like a slap. I felt heat rush to my face. Don't talk about them. Sienna laughed, short and sharp. Why not? Everyone else does. You're just a distraction. A weak one. We're removing you. One of them jumped the boards. Then another. Their skates weren't on. They wore sneakers that squeaked on the ice. I turned, trying to find an opening, but they closed in fast. A hand grabbed my arm. Hard. I yanked away, but another pushed my shoulder. I stumbled. My blade caught an edge, and I went down hard. My hip hit first, then my elbow, then the back of my head cracked against the ice. Pain exploded behind my eyes, white and bright. I gasped, trying to roll over, but boots stepped close. Someone kicked my skate. My ankle twisted. I cried out. Then Nessa stepped into view. She looked perfect, like always. Hair smooth, lips glossy, eyes calm. She crouched beside me. Sorry, Maya, she said sweetly. Some of us actually deserve Reagan. Before I could answer, she grabbed my jacket and shoved. My body slid across the ice, back slamming into the boards. The metal railing dug into my spine. My vision swam. I tasted blood. Above me, Nessa and Sienna were laughing. Their faces blurred into dark shapes. I tried to push myself up. My arms shook. Everything spun. Then a shout cut through the haze. Get away from her! Holly's voice. High and furious. I blinked hard. Holly burst through the side door, security guards right behind her. Flashlight swung. The Vipers froze for a second. Holly ran onto the ice in her sneakers, sliding a little but not stopping. She dropped to her knees beside me. Maya! Maya, look at me! I tried. My eyelids felt heavy. More footsteps. Then Reagan's voice, raw, broken. Maya! She flew across the ice. I saw her drop to her knees next to Holly. Her hands hovered over me like she was afraid to touch. Blood was on my forehead, warm and sticky. It dripped onto the ice. Reagan's face crumpled. Something wild flashed in her eyes. She turned to Sienna. "You touched her." It wasn't a question. Reagan lunged. Her fist connected with Sienna's jaw. Sienna staggered. Reagan didn't stop. She grabbed Sienna's hoodie, yanked her forward, punched again. And again. Sienna swung back, but Reagan was faster, angrier. They crashed to the ice. Reagan on top, fists flying. "You don't touch her," she screamed. "You never touch her." Security pulled them apart. Sienna's lip was split. Reagan fought to get free, eyes locked on me. Tears streaked her face. She looked terrified. Coach Anderson ran in with Elena right behind. Elena's eyes went wide when she saw me. She covered her mouth. Coach shouted orders. Someone turned the lights up full. The brightness hurt. I tried to speak. "Reagan!" My voice faded. The world tilted. Black crept in from the edges. I passed out. When I woke, the lights were soft. White walls. Beeping machines. A hospital smell, clean and sharp. My head throbbed. My whole body ached. Someone held my hand. I turned slowly. Reagan sat in the chair beside the bed. Her eyes were red, cheeks wet. Her hair was messy, strands stuck to her face. She hadn't let go of my hand. Her thumb rubbed small circles over my knuckles, over and over, like she was trying to keep me here. "Don't leave me," she whispered. Her voice cracked. "Please, Maya, don't leave me." I wanted to tell her I wouldn't, but my throat hurt. I squeezed her fingers instead. She looked up. Her eyes filled again. "You're awake." She leaned closer, forehead almost touching mine. I was so scared. I thought. She couldn't finish. She pressed her lips to my hand, soft and trembling. On the other side of the bed, Elena sat quietly. She had a small bag of my favorite snacks, those little strawberry cookies I liked, and a thermos of tea. She gave me a gentle smile, but her eyes were worried too. They stayed like that. Reagan on one side, Elena on the other. Like guards. Like they were building a wall around me, so nothing could hurt me again. The next 48 hours blurred. Reagan never left. Not to eat, not to sleep much. She only moved when the nurse made her. Even then, she stayed close, watching every test, every bandage change. Her hand found mine again and again. Elena came every few hours. She brought books, a soft blanket, drawings from the little kids she taught to skate. She talked to me in her calm voice, telling me silly stories about the children, about how one girl finally did a 2-foot spin and cheered so loud the whole rink clapped. She made me smile even when smiling hurt. Nessa was gone, expelled the same day. Security cameras caught everything. Sienna and the others were suspended. The school was quiet about it, but everyone knew. Late that night, maybe 3 a.m., I woke up again. The room was dark except for the soft glow from the machines. Reagan was asleep in the chair, head tilted back, mouth slightly open. Her hand still held mine. Her fingers were loose now, but warm. Across the room, Holly sat on the other chair. She hugged her knees. Her eyes were puffy. When she saw me awake, she straightened. "Maya," I whispered. My voice was scratchy. Holly stood fast. She walked over, slow, like she was afraid I'd disappear. Tears already ran down her face. "I'm so sorry," she said. The words broke. "I'm so sorry." I looked at her. Really looked. She wasn't the angry cousin anymore. She was just Holly, the girl who used to braid my hair when we were little. The girl who laughed at Dad's bad jokes. "I loved your parents," she said. Her voice shook. They were like my second mom and dad. I was so mad at the world I got at you because it was easier than being sad. But it wasn't your fault. None of it was your fault. I was wrong. I hurt you when you were already hurting so much. Tears filled my eyes. I reached out my other hand. She took it. We cried together. Quiet, messy sobs. She leaned down and hugged me carefully, avoiding the bandages. I hugged her back as tight as I could. It felt like something heavy inside me cracked open and let light in. Reagan stirred. Her eyes opened. She saw us, me and Holly holding hands, crying, and something soft crossed her face. She didn't speak. She just watched. I think she understood more in that moment than words could say. The pain in my head was still there. The bruises on my body would take weeks to fade. And the article, Nessa's last cruel lie, was already spreading online. I hadn't seen it yet, but I knew it was coming. People would read it. They would believe it. Or they wouldn't. Either way, it would hurt. But right then, in that small infirmary room, with Reagan's hand in mine and Holly's tears on my shoulder, I didn't feel so alone. I wasn't fixed. Not even close. But I wasn't broken beyond repair anymore. And that was enough for tonight. I stayed in my room for 3 days after the article came out. The door stayed locked. The curtains stayed closed. My phone was off, but I could hear the noise outside anyway. Cars pulling up, reporters talking loud into microphones, camera clicks like tiny gunshots. The headline was everywhere. Teen skater accused of causing parents death for insurance money. Nessa's words. Her last gift before she got kicked out. People believed it. Or they wanted to. It didn't matter which. It hurt the same. My chest felt tight all the time. I couldn't breathe right. Sometimes I sat on the floor with my back against the bed, knees pulled up, arms wrapped around myself. My heart raced so fast I thought it would break my ribs. I cried until my eyes burned. Then I just sat there shaking. I didn't eat much. Holly left trays outside my door. Reagan knocked every hour. Elena sent little notes under the door. Things like, "I'm here when you're ready, and you are not alone." I read them. I didn't answer. On the 4th morning, Reagan came again. She didn't knock loud. She just said my name through the wood. "Maya, please, let me in. Just for a minute." I didn't move at first, but her voice sounded tired, scared. I crawled to the door and turned the lock. She pushed it open slow. Her eyes were red. She hadn't slept much either. She stepped inside and closed the door behind her. She didn't try to hug me right away. She just sat on the floor across from me, legs crossed, hands in her lap. "The lawyers are handling it," she said quiet. "My family's people. They sent statements. The truth is coming out. The police report is public now. It wasn't your fault. It was a drunk driver. He ran the red light. You were nowhere near them." I stared at my hands. They shook. "People still think. People are stupid," she cut in. Her voice was sharp, but not at me. "They'll believe whatever makes them feel big. But we know. I know." She reached out slow. Her fingers touched mine. Warm. Steady. I let her hold my hand. She didn't pull me close yet. She just sat there with me in the quiet. Later that day, Coach Anderson came. Reagan let him in. He was tall and serious, but his eyes were kind when he looked at me. He sat on the edge of my bed. Reagan stayed by the door. "Maya," Coach said, "your parents died in an accident. Random. Tragic. Senseless. But not your fault. Not one bit. They loved watching you skate. Every competition, every practice, they were there with big smiles and loud cheers. You remember that?" I nodded a little. Tears came again. "They would hate seeing you hide," he went on. "They'd want you on the ice. Not because you have to win. Because skating was your joy. Honor them by skating again. When you're ready." He left after that. Reagan stayed. That night, Elena came too. She brought a small laptop. She set it on my bed and opened a folder of videos. Old ones. My mom had saved them all. The first video started. I was maybe 10. Tiny skates on my feet. Mom stood at the boards in her big coat, clapping every time I did a wobbly spin. "That's my girl," she yelled. Dad filmed, laughing so hard the camera shook. "Look at that edge work, kiddo." I watched. My throat closed up. I saw Mom smile, the one that made her eyes crinkle. Dad's proud wave. The way they looked at me like I was the best thing in the world. Another video. 12 years old. My first regional medal. Mom hugged me, so tight I almost dropped the flowers. Dad lifted me up and spun me around. "We're so proud, sweetheart. So proud." The videos kept playing. Happy moments. Silly moments. Mom teaching me how to tie my laces right. Dad pretending to skate and falling on purpose so I'd laugh. Then the last one. The day before the accident. I was practicing my triple axel. Mom stood with her phone, recording. When I landed it clean, she screamed and jumped. "Yes! Yes! That's my Maya." Dad ran over and hugged me from behind. You're unstoppable, baby girl. I couldn't watch anymore. I closed the laptop. My whole body shook. Reagan sat beside me. Elena on the other side. They didn't speak. They just stayed close. Reagan's arm went around my shoulders. Elena held my hand. I leaned into them both. The tears came hard, big, ugly sobs that hurt my chest. I cried like I hadn't cried since the funeral. All the pain I'd pushed down spilled out. They held me. Reagan rubbed my back in slow circles. Elena whispered soft things. It's okay to hurt. Let it out. I cried until I had nothing left. Then I just sat there, breathing hard between them. Holly came the next afternoon. She carried 2 big photo albums. Her eyes were nervous. She set them on the bed. I found these in storage, she said. Mom, your aunt kept them. I thought maybe we could look together. I opened the first one slow. Baby pictures. Me in Mom's arms. Dad making funny faces. Family trips. Birthday cakes. Skating shows. Page after page of love. Holly pointed to one. Remember this? You were 6. You begged Dad to let you wear his tie to the rink. He said yes. You looked so serious. I smiled a little. It hurt, but it felt good too. We turned pages. We laughed at silly ones. We cried at the sad ones. Holly told stories I hadn't heard. How Mom used to dance in the kitchen while cooking. How Dad sang off-key lullabies. We remembered together. It felt like Mom and Dad were right there with us, laughing too. That night, I had the nightmare again. The same one. Rain. Headlights. The crash sound. Mom and Dad's faces. I woke up gasping, covered in sweat. My heart pounded, so loud I couldn't hear anything else. Reagan was there. She had stayed over again, sleeping in the chair by my bed. She jumped up the second I made a sound. Maya! I reached for her. I can't breathe. She climbed onto the bed fast. She pulled me into her arms. I've got you, she said. I've got you. I clung to her shirt. My fingers twisted in the fabric. It hurt so much. Make me feel something else. Please. Anything but this pain. She held me tighter. Her hand cupped the back of my head. She kissed my forehead. Soft. Warm. Then my cheek. Then the other cheek. Slow. Gentle. Like she was afraid I'd break. Then she tilted my face up. Her eyes searched mine. They were full of everything. Fear, love, worry. She kissed my lips. Not hard. Not hungry like before. Soft. Tender. Like she was saying something with her mouth that words couldn't say. I kissed her back. Just as soft. My hands went to her face. I felt her tears mix with mine. She pulled back a little. Her forehead rested against mine. You feel this, she whispered. My heart beats for you. Only you. I nodded. I couldn't speak. She lay down beside me. I curled into her side. Her arm wrapped around me. Her fingers stroked my hair, slow and steady. Over and over. The motion calmed me. My breathing slowed. My eyes got heavy. She kept stroking until I fell asleep again. Safe. Held. The next morning, I woke up between them. Reagan on one side, Elena on the other. They had both stayed. Elena must have come in quiet during the night. I looked at them. Reagan's face was peaceful in sleep. Elena's hand rested near mine. They hadn't fought. They hadn't argued. They were just there. For me. I watched them breathe. Reagan's arm was still around me. Elena's fingers brushed my wrist. Something warm bloomed in my chest. I cared about both of them. Deeply. Reagan made my heart race and my skin tingle. Elena made me feel calm and seen. I didn't know what to do with those feelings. I was too tired. Too raw. But I knew they both mattered. A lot. Later, Coach brought more news. The police report was clear. Drunk driver. Red light. No fault on my parents' side. Nothing I could have changed. Reagan's lawyers made sure every news station saw it. But there was one more thing. The driver, the man who hit them, was getting out on parole soon. A hearing was coming up. I had the right to speak. To be there. To look him in the face. Reagan sat with me when Coach told me. Elena too. Holly listened from the doorway. I stared at my hands. The scar on my eyebrow itched. I touched it. I don't know if I can go, I said quiet. No one pushed me. They just waited. I looked up at them. All the people who had stayed when everything fell apart. But I think I have to try. The room was quiet. Reagan squeezed my hand. Elena gave a small nod. Holly wiped her eyes. I didn't have answers yet, but for the first time in a long time, I felt like maybe I could find them. The drunk driver who killed my parents was being released on parole. I had to decide whether to attend the hearing. Thank you so much for watching my story until the end. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for the next hot episode. Your support helps me create more stories like this and means more to me than you know. I would also love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment and tell me what you felt while watching. Thank you again for being here, and I hope to see you in the next story.